Great to meet you both.
Nice to meet you.
And congratulations on Lucky. I've got to say, it's quite a ride, really. You're both executive producers and showrunners on Lucky. And you've got a background of some success, because I know, Cassie, you've worked on Silo. Jonathan, you've been on Your Friends and Neighbours. Is this the first time that you two guys have worked together, though?
It is. It is.
Yes. And how did that come about, and how did you get involved in making Lucky to start with?
I got approached with the book by Reese and Lauren and at Hello Sunshine. And I started working with them. And once I realized that I wasn't going to be able to be a full-time showrunner on it because of my other show, we went looking for, another experienced writer who would kind of, be able to bring something different and something, a different perspective, and also be able to sort of work with me. And we found Cassie.
And Cassie obviously fitted the bill. Cassie, what was it about Lucky that convinced you that it would make a strong TV series?
I think once Jonathan and I started really talking about what the heart of the show is, and that it's a crime thriller, but it's also a dysfunctional family story, and that it was this father-daughter story baked and steeped in the world of, con artists. That's when I felt like we had something really, really special, and just the propulsive nature of it, knowing that Anya Taylor-Joy was going to be on the run for 7 episodes. I felt like it felt really, really, really cool.
You mentioned Anya there, and actually, it's really quite a female-driven story as well. And there's a couple of really strong female characters in there. There's Anya's character. There's also Annette Bening's character as well. Why did you choose them in particular, and what do you feel that they bring to their particular characters?
Well, to be fair, Anya chose us. She was on this before we were.
Wow,
Anya
even better.
Yeah, Anya had teamed up with Hello Sunshine, and so we were invited to her party. And Annette, I think, once we developed the character of Priscilla, we just started talking about somebody who could elevate it. And there's a risk with a villain character of taking it too arch or making it too much of a flat character. And we were talking about who would make this character feel really human and actually in some ways almost sympathetic, even when she's doing terrible things. And we talked about Annette Bening not believing we could actually get her, but our first choice.
I would definitely say when we got Annette, the character came to life for us in a whole new way, because we knew that she would bring this ruthlessness, but that we knew there would be a dry edge to this sense of humor about the character. I remember when Annette and I first started talking about Priscilla, Annette was saying things like, I feel like my character's feelings don't work quite properly, that her emotional piping isn't quite right. And it was just so great to dig in with her and find this character.
Yes, I'm convinced that Priscilla has blood, not blood flowing through her veins, but ice, to be quite honest. Yeah. It's been really nice to talk to you. I'm sorry we haven't had more time, but congratulations again on Lucky, and I'm sure it's going to live up to its name for you. Thank you. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys!
Hey, that's what they all say.
Hey You Guys!
Hey